What's going on, everybody? It's Film Talk with Mikey here, and I am back. Happy New Year to every single one of you. After taking a long break, I decided let's go ahead and start the year off with a video, and we're going to be doing a physical media haul. Picked up a lot in the past couple of months, ranging from Black Friday to Cyber Monday to just checking out thrift stores here and there, Barnes and Noble. So yeah, I also have stuff that I got from a Second and Charles mystery box. Bought one during Black Friday, which was really good. I found a couple items in that box that I was able to actually flip and get my money back. But yeah, I would say I did pretty well. I also have stuff for, stuff I got for Christmas as well. So without boo, man, I can't speak. It's been a while. Without any further ado, little Kenny Omega reference there. Let's get started. Um, I guess it's just going to be a little random from Blu-ray to DVD, but let's go ahead and start it off with a Blu-ray. I picked up The Saint. I got this one, I think, on Black Friday. It was on sale for $7.99, which is not a bad price. I've been holding off on getting this one. I was just waiting for the right time. It's a, like espionage type action thriller type of film, and it's got Elizabeth Shue in it, Val Kilmer, who unfortunately we lost in 2025, and definitely I would think is one of his underrated films. But I am looking forward to checking out the Blu-ray. It's an upgrade from my DVD copy. At one of the thrift stores I went to, she had her Blu-rays for $1. She is basically closing her store and moving on to other things. I think by now it's officially closed, but I did manage to pick up 3 Blu-rays from there. Picked up Death Race, which I had at one point, but that condition uh, wasn't the greatest. My Best Friend's Girl, which was the last um, for the Dane Cook film I needed. I have what is it? Employee of the Month. Good Luck, Chuck. So this was the only one I needed to complete that trilogy of movies. And then I picked up Pineapple Express, which is a fun one. I saw this in theater. I think this was the one that I movie hopped to. I saw that in Tropic Thunder the same day, paid for Tropic Thunder, and then movie hopped over to um, Pineapple Express. Believe that's what I did, or it was either or. I can't remember. I mean, that was like back in 2008. I think the summer of '08, either summer of '08 or '09. Picked up Connoisseur. Don't know too much about it, but what's interesting about this one is that apparently this is like worth $25 online used, and there are 2 other sequels. Unfortunately, those are like really up there, ranging from like 40 to $50, and I think all 3 films together is like over 100. So hopefully, I will find the other 2 for a good price, but for 50 cents, I figured why not? I know it's going to be terrible and cheesy, but I like those type of films, so I am looking forward to it. Picked up A Christmas Story. Did not have this in my collection. I'm actually lacking a lot of Christmas movies, so I wanted to start just picking, random ones up if I can come across them. As of right now, like on Blu-ray, I have that, set with all the like Christmas classics like Rudolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, like, a lot of those 1960s, 1970s, 1940s, stop motion and, of course, animation films, but I don't have anything like 90s, 80s, things like that. So, yeah, very happy with that. Found the 2-disc extended edition of Big. Did not have this. Great movie. I don't know. I think at one point in my age, I could not stand this movie. So to finally have the film grow on me, it's enjoyable. I've been entertained by it, and I'm looking forward to checking out this 2-disc release. Next is Armageddon, a great classic disaster film with an extraordinary cast. Of course, Aerosmith doing the main theme to this song, or to this movie. Man, I'm a little all over the place today. I wish this movie would get a 4K release. I think if it does, I think Criterion should release it. This at one point, I believe, was under the Criterion Collection. So I feel like, if they were able to re-release this is Spinal Tap after so long, I believe Armageddon will get that chance. But it's such a great movie. Next is The Long Kiss Goodnight. This is another really great one. I would like to get the 4K release through Arrow sometime down the road. But for now, I don't mind the DVD, and I am looking forward to it. It's been a while since I've seen it, so it's overdue for a rewatch. Next, we have The Wendell Baker Story. I believe this is based on like true events or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but it's got Luke Wilson, Eddie Griffin, Eva Mendes, and Owen Wilson. And I think it deals with you know prescription drugs and things like that. It's been a while. I remember catching it on TV at one point. The next one here I got during Cyber Monday. This was also $7.99, and I think it's Oliver Harper, I believe, is the YouTuber, where he goes into these really in-depth retrospectives with films, and Black Rain was one of them. So it caught my interest, but I could never find it for a good price at the time. My local FYE at the time did not have it, so to finally wait so long and get it for a good price, I couldn't pass it up. I am looking forward to checking it out. I've heard nothing but great things. Found this one at what was it, Barnes and Noble. I think it was 50% off with an extra 10. But it's Romy and Michelle's high school reunion. Absolutely love this movie. There was a unwanted prequel film, and then I believe there's rumors of a sequel coming. I don't know. But this is actually a re-release. This is the Mill Creek release. At one point, Disney actually re-released this, but that I think went out of print, and then it was re-released on Blu-ray through Mill Creek. So, not really any bonus features other than production featurette. So, yeah, very happy to have that in the collection. Next, on DVD is The Cutting Edge Going for the Gold. Now, this is the one that has Christy Carlson Romano from Even Stevens. I remember this one airing on the Disney Channel. It wasn't a Disney Channel original movie. I think it was on ABC, and then anything that's ABC, because it's owned by Disney, would get released on the Disney Channel if it was appropriate. So I remember this one being on there, and I think the Cutting Edge series has 3 or 4 films. The next one here was in a Second and Charles mystery box, and that is the Kurt Russell film Now You See Him, Now You Don't. It's just mid to late 70s, early 70s, or something like that. Maybe late 60s, I don't know, but I am looking forward to it. I would like to pick up a lot of the other Kurt Russell Disney films. Next is Moonstruck. Found this at the thrift store. Great movie, great cast. I need to eventually get the Criterion. Had it at one point, but at the time I had to kind of go through a lot of my collection and get rid of it. Next is Clue. This is a little bit better than the DVD I had. More of a better condition upgrade, but I do want to get the 4K of the film, either the 4K or the Blu-ray, either or. But it's one of my favorite movies. I am a big fan of Tim Curry. So next is Forget Paris with Billy Crystal. Sounded interesting, so I wanted to give it a shot. It's also got Deborah Winger, so can't go wrong there. This was also in a Second and Charles mystery box. It's The Last Seduction. This has Bill Pullman and Linda Fiorentino. Don't know too much about it, but looked interesting. Next is Jingle Bells. This stars Jason Alexander, Don Knotts, and Shelley Long. So I'm looking forward to checking it out. Another, Christmas film, an animated one at that. So looking forward to that. Picked up another child classic, Matilda. I believe there's a 4K release of this, either Blu-ray or 4K, it don't matter, but I'm glad to have that in the collection. I've been wanting to revisit that one for quite some time. Same with Jumanji. Eventually I'll upgrade. The sequels are okay, but this one, nothing compares to it. One of my all-time favorites. This is a blind buy, but it looked interesting. It's Clint Eastwood and Burt Reynolds in City Heat, so I am looking forward to that. That should be a good watch. I found this brand new, and it's Volunteers with Tom Hanks and John Candy. Heard some pretty good things about it. Then I picked up Beauty Shop with Queen Latifah. This is a fun movie, very enjoyable. Picked up Amos and Andrew, I believe is how you pronounce it. Nicolas Cage, Samuel L. Jackson. I didn't know they did a film together. I'm looking forward to it. From what I read on the description, it seems like it's just going to be a fun, goofy time. So it's definitely one I plan to watch soon. Then I found Baby Boom with the late, great Diane Keaton. I'm excited to check this one out. Another one I've heard some pretty good things. Uh, Found Marcy X with Lisa Kudrow and Damon Wayans. I think I've seen bits and pieces of this, but never watched the film in its entirety. So that was a really nice find. And then I found Private Parts with Howard Stern. Fun movie, classic. I think there was a Blu-ray release for it, like a few, like many years ago, but I think it's long out of print, I believe. Then I found two TV shows, two seasons of one TV show that I grew up with. So I found season 2 of Fraggle Rock, which was a nice find, as well as season 1. I think both season 1 and 2 are different companies, from what I've seen. So yeah, love this show. Definitely one I grew up with. Picked up We're Back, a Dinosaur Story. Didn't have this in my collection. Such a great animated movie. One of my personal favorites. Found Bedazzled, which is a better upgrade than, condition-wise, than the one I originally had. This was a cool find. I'm looking forward to this. Mermaids with Bob Hoskins, Cher, Winona Ryder, and a very young, before she became a big name, Christina Ricci. Next is Music from Another Room. A blind buy for me, but the cast alone: Jennifer Tilly, Jude Law, Martha Plimpton, Jeremy Piven, Jane Addams. I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Picked up The Nutty Professor, another upgrade condition. The one I had last time was just not in great shape. Uh, Beethoven, can never go wrong with this. I know Kino is releasing that on Blu-ray pretty soon. Picked up Father of the Bride, such a great classic. Uh, I Spy, which is a very underrated film in my personal opinion. Eddie Murphy and Owen Wilson, I thought were great. I think this movie should have gotten at least 2 more films and done a trilogy. It's a fun one. And then we have Swiss Family Robinson, one of my favorite Disney movies. I actually, when I was very young, I got the chance to see this on like Broadway, like a play of it. Fantastic movie. Excuse me, and play. Now we're gonna get into what I got for Christmas. Some pretty cool stuff. We'll start off with the one DVD that I got. I ended up getting this Lifetime 12 movie set, a very merry can't speak, a very merry movie collection, volume 6. So I'm excited to check this out. Then the one Blu-ray I got is the Beverly Hills Cop 3 movie collection. I'm wanting to revisit these for quite a while, so I'm excited to rewatch those. And then on to the 4Ks. So a few of these are actually upgrades for me. So the first one being Sweeney Todd. A lot of Tim Burton's movies are getting 4K releases, so I want to start upgrading all of his filmography. So yeah, this is a really great movie. Then we have The Corpse Bride. This was actually part of a 3 for 40 on Groove Entertainment. It was one that I knew I was going to get, but yeah, very, very happy with that. Next is Sleepy Hollow, another upgrade. I can't wait to see how the quality looks on that. I've always been a fan of the Headless Horseman myth. Next is Van Helsing. I know this movie gets a lot of hate, but I love this movie. I've always enjoyed it. Then we have John Carpenter's The Thing, which I didn't have in the collection. Need to pick up a lot more John Carpenter films. Actually, I'll just save that for last. Next is the Pet Cemetery 2 movie collection. So this includes both the original as well as the remake. The original is a classic. I've heard, mixed opinions on the remake. I am looking forward to checking it out, though. I do need to eventually get the Scream Factory release for part 2. And then last but not least is a Nightmare on Elm Street 7 movie collection. This is not in the red case, which is alright. But I am excited to check these movies out. I have the first film by itself. I'm actually going to be having that listed on my eBay store since I have this now. The only downfall about this is that apparently, even though it's supposed to get 3D glasses, there's no 3D glasses, but each film does have its own disc. Um, so yeah, I do prefer, like I said, I do prefer the black case because I think it just makes the red on the disc stand out a little bit more. But yeah, no 3D glasses, which sucks. Because it even says on here you get 3D glasses for a portion of Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. But that's okay because I will try to see if I can use the 3D glasses we have for one of our older TVs. We have they charge, but I'm not using those. We have other ones that you don't have to charge them or anything like that. So we'll see. If not, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, so there you have it. That is my physical media haul. To start off the new year, I do have some goals for the channel this year. Just, more movie reviews, hopefully unboxings and collection updates, physical media hauls, whatever you want to call them. I'm hoping to finish up my upgrade challenge, start upgrading a lot of the movies I have. There's a lot of stuff coming out this new year. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Gonna try to add, some new videos, try to get more creative with everything, and we'll see what happens. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Now that my little vacation is over, it's time to get back into the groove of things. If you guys would like to check out my eBay store, Awesome Things We Love, I will put the link down in the description below. But with that being said, I'm Full Talk with Mikey. You guys have a good one. Take care. Happy New Year. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace.